This is The Top, where I interview entrepreneurs who are number one or number two in their industry in terms of revenue or customer base. You'll learn how much revenue they're making, what their marketing funnel looks like, and how many customers they have.
I'm now at $20,000 per top.
5 and 6 million.
He is hell-bent on global domination. We just broke our 100,000 unit sold mark.
And I'm your host, Nathan Latka.
I just finished traveling Southeast Asia for 41 days, and I usually always get sick when I travel, and quite frankly, eating is difficult for me. It's hard to find a restaurant, and I'm spoiled in Austin with my personal chef. Well, I took these little packets with me this time, 30 of them, in my carry-on suitcase. They kept me totally healthy with 11 different secret ingredients. You can see them at nathanlatka.com/juice. I'll tell you more later on in the show. That's nathanlatka.com/juice. Top Tribe, you know I don't have a lot of time to waste. That's why I use FreshBooks to send out invoices and make sure I'm collecting my money. To get your free month, go to nathanlatka.com/FreshBooks and enter The Top in the How Did You Hear About Us section. This is episode 629. You're in for a treat today, and coming up tomorrow morning, you'll learn from Matthew, who his company Mention is helping 4,000 customers with Google Alerts. It's basically Google Alerts on steroids. They're all paying a minimum of $60 a month, and he's doing $240,000 in monthly recurring revenue. Good morning, everybody. Nathan Latka here, and my guest this morning is Jennifer Reina. She's got a lot of energy, and most importantly, she's studied business creation and development in Mexico. She's created 3 startups so far: Agradelico, which is a social company; Brain Fusion, which is embedded in Southwest Development; and Gaszen, gas management. They've raised over 650,000 United States dollars in Mexico and have developed their own working product. She's a mother, lover, sister, and daughter that enjoys life and lives with zero regrets. She says, after all, there's only one life, and she's in the constant pursuit of the best version of herself. Jenny, are you ready to take us to the top?
Yes. Here I am.
Great. Thanks for joining me today. So you've had a lot of success. Talk me through your current and your latest and greatest, which is pronounced, I believe, Gaszen, gas management. What do you do and how do you make money?
Okay, so basically what we did is that we realized that people has a lot of complaints about their gas and that they're not getting what they're expecting out of it. So we built a gas management platform that basically we created a device that goes into the stationary tanks. Here in Mexico, our stationary tanks are on the rooftop, so it's really dangerous to go and check your gas. So we give them an application and they can see all their consumption, all their statistics, and they can rate which is the best gas supplier and see which is the best option. And we monetize through the service. We sell to the gas supplier all the information. And at the same time, if the end user wants to have automated services, then we also monetize from it.
Got it. So this isn't for cars. This is for actually houses. And in Mexico, the way gas works, it's really dangerous to check it yourself. So that's why this is such a great product. Exactly.
It's for all propane gas users, domestic and industrials.
Got it. Very good. So walk me through, again, from a money perspective. I imagine you're making money actually selling the physical meter, correct?
Yeah. Remember one thing, we hadn't been into the market yet. We are finishing our development and we're going to be selling on April. What we do have right now is we went already to gas suppliers and they have bought our product with real estate and with ferreteras that are hardware stores.
Okay, so how many gas suppliers have paid you already? How many do you have relationships with?
2 of them.
Okay, 2 gas suppliers, and you said you have real estate as well?
Yes, real estate is really important because they want to give a really good service or a better service to the end users, and some hook for them to buy their houses. So telling them that they won't ever have to go to the rooftops and that the gas is going to be all the time, anytime, it's a big win for the end user.
So how many real estate agents have you partnered with?
We have partnered with 3 already, and we are in discussions with more than 15 all over Mexico. So we are working really hard on getting the product there.
And what are those 3 real estate partnerships? What do they pay you?
Okay, so they buy the device. What they do is $77 US.
Okay.
And with that device, what we do is we go directly to the buyer of the house, and by our application, they can also update their service, and then they can do the automated monetizing model.
Okay. Now, with the two gas suppliers, are they paying $77 per device per person, like per house they supply, or how do they pay you?
Yeah, they get a better price because they buy a lot of devices. Mm-hmm. And with that price, what we do is that for the first 6 months, we are getting all the statistics that we need in order to get the best deal. Either they pay per consumption, per order, or do they pay per liter? So that's basically what we actually talked from the beginning with them, because here in Mexico, we have a problem. The gas suppliers, they don't really get already like the technology side. So we had to educate them, and we had to, here's the value of doing it, and
Sure.
This is what it's going to give you.
So Jennifer, how did those two gas suppliers, how many units did they buy from you when they signed the partnership?
Okay, these ones are for 5,000 units each. Yeah.
Okay, so 10,000 total. And what do you charge them per piece when they buy in that kind of volume?
$50 per piece.
Okay, so you've made money through selling 10,000 at $50 a pop. So that's 500,000 in sales just to the gas suppliers, just on the device. And then you've had 3 real estate partners, which each buy the device, for $77 USD. And it looks like you also have done a Kickstarter. How did that do?
It was really good. For us, it was a big jump of faith because we didn't know how actually we're going to make it happen, since it was with Pondeadora in Mexico, and it was the first month that they get, they made a fusion with Pondeadora and Kickstarter. So it was really good. We were successful.
How much did you raise?
We raised 80,000 pesos,
okay.
Which are like, 80,000 pesos.
Yep. And how many backers?
We got 111 backers. Some of them, they just donated money. Some of them actually bought the devices.
Got it. So 80,000 Mexican pesos is about 4,000 United States dollars, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. So the Kickstarter worked well, but it looks like your number one revenue channel right now is selling in volume to the gas suppliers. Is that right?
Yeah, we're going totally B2B.
Yep. That's great. And what about funding? Have you guys raised capital?
Yes, actually, we just raised our seed round. We raised 350,000 US dollars. Here in Mexico, that's huge. And it was really hard work, and we were totally happy and excited of closing it.
And was that a convertible note, or was it a priced equity round?
It was equity round.
Okay. And what about, you raised obviously just now, Q1 2017, but when did you launch the company?
We started 2 years ago, actually. It's been a long road.
And how have you supported yourself, like the salaries and your families over the first 2 years when you've been kind of pre-revenue?
We got angel investors, and we won the biggest social hackathon in the world, and that gave us $1 million pesos. So basically, that's how we made it so far.
Okay, got it. So the $1 million pesos, that's equivalent to about 50,000 United States dollars. And then how much money did angel investors put in?
We raised 300,000 US dollars in total. With angels.
So you've raised the $300,000 from angels, plus the $350,000 seed round you just did, plus the 50,000 United States dollars from the competition win. You raised about what, $800,000 or $700,000, right?
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, good. And then how do you make money after you sell the initial device? Explain to me how that works.
Okay. So what we do is that from the gas supplier point of view, after these 6 months, what we do is that we charge them either monthly per device, or we charge them per order the end user makes. And at the same time, for the end user, we have this automated service, and we want 9 pesos for every order they make on an automated service. So basically, that's the two most important recurrent or revenue streams we have.
Mm-hmm. And as of today, so obviously we understand kind of the sales just from selling a piece of hardware, but today in Q1 2017, about how much are you making per month on all the recurring revenue stuff?
Right now, we're not making any recurrence.
Got it. So because they haven't been installed yet.
Yeah, exactly. We are going right now, it's all the sales we have made per hardware. And until we get it on April 30th, then we're going to start with the recurrent model.
Got it. Very cool, Jennifer. This is a great business model. What's it been like? What's your team size?
We have 5 management partners within us. And then we have 4 junior engineers. So it's in total, we have 9 people working full time. And of course, a lot of support from the legal, the accounting side. And yeah, basically that's the team.
And where are you guys all based?
We are based in León, in Guanajuato.
And that's in Mexico, correct?
Yeah, correct.
Awesome. Very cool. And then take me through some of the, for people listening right now, thinking about building their own kind of metered hardware device. You sell the device for $50 United States dollars at volume or $77 kind of one-off. What does it cost you to make?
Okay, so right now we have $36 to make it.
Mm-hmm. And where does the majority of that money go to? Is it just the manufacturer, the plastic, the electronics, etc.?
Yeah, everything. Like we are making and manufacturing here in Mexico. So what we did is being very carefully design and choose who to go, where to go. So yeah, it's everything in Mexico, and it goes from the components to the plastic.
And can you get the $36 price down with volume? And if so, how much volume do you have to do to decrease the price?
Yeah, actually, we are looking to get like 50,000 volume per year minimum in order to get a better price.
What will the price go down to if you order that many?
It would depend,
okay.
But it'll go like from perhaps 10% to 20%, but it would depend.
Okay, so maybe down to $28, $29.
Yeah.
Interesting. And that would be keeping the production still in Mexico, right?
Yeah, of course. We could make other kind of strategies, but right now we want to keep in Mexico because basically we can do it here and it has a really good price. So yeah, it makes sense for us.
Okay, Top Tribe, as many of you know, I sold Heyo, and everyone is always asking me what my expenses were when I was building Heyo. Well, a big expense was that I spent over $3,000 per month on financial services to keep me out of trouble in terms of taxes. You know, my mom would always harbor me, Nathan, you gotta keep all your receipts and put them in a freaking box or something to make sure you don't get an audit or things like this. I'm like, Mom, I'm a millennial. You think I'm gonna keep all these receipts? I now use FreshBooks. I use their mobile app to take a picture of receipts, and it makes taxes a cinch. Additionally, I don't have to hire a $3,000 per month person to manage all my finances. It's like saving so much money, and my mom's happy. Additionally, I don't waste a bunch of time creating invoices. I use their templates, and I can avoid using Word templates or Excel files. I just use FreshBooks to quickly send out invoices, and it works like a charm. To get your free first month, go to nathanlatka.com/FreshBooks and enter the top in the How Did You Hear About Us section. Again, go to nathanlatka.com/FreshBooks and enter the top in the How Did You Hear About Us section. This is great. Well, Jennifer, look, I love the idea. I love that you launched on Kickstarter for kind of pre-sales. I like that you're making money on the hardware sale and you've got a recurring revenue model. It's going to be fun kind of watching you guys. Let's wrap up here with the famous 5. Number 1, what's your favorite business book?
My favorite business book, Eric Rice, Lean Startup.
Number 2, is there a CEO that you're following or studying right now?
Elon Musk. Of course.
Of course, right. Number 3, what's your favorite online tool, like Acuity scheduling?
I would think is Slack.
Number 4, how many hours of sleep do you get each night?
6.
And what's your situation? Married, single? Do you have kids?
I have 1 kid, but I'm...
So not married and 1 kid?
Yeah.
All right, not married, 1 little kiddo. And hey, Jennifer, people always wonder how old CEOs are and how old entrepreneurs are. Do you mind me asking your age?
Of course, 26.
Okay, 26. So last question. Take us back 6 years. What do you wish your 20-year-old self knew?
That hard work can make everything happen, for sure.
Top Tribe and everybody else, there you have it from Jennifer. Hard work can make everything happen. Over the past 2 years, they've focused on building their hardware device, Gaszen. They've now sold thousands and thousands of units, mainly to 2 gas suppliers that bought 10,000 total at $50 United States a pop. So that's $500,000 in revenue. They're manufacturing their device for about $36 and selling it again for between $50 and $77. They had a very successful Kickstarter with over 100 backers and about $5,000 raised, which helped them get started. Most importantly, though, is they're really leading when it comes to software and technology in Mexico. They keep their production in Mexico. They have a team size of 9 down there in León, and in total they've raised about $700,000 United States dollars. Jennifer, thank you for taking us to the top.
Thank you, Nathan. My pleasure.
If you enjoyed Jennifer today, go back and listen to Ido yesterday with Rapid API. It's a 19-year-old founder that just raised $3.5 million. Great episode. It would mean the world to me if you guys got any value from this episode, if you would go leave a review on iTunes right now and then subscribe. You know, I hustle like heck to get these episodes out every freaking day for you guys. And trust me, I love it. I would do it with no listeners. But boy, oh boy, it makes my day and it makes my team's day when we see great reviews and get your feedback. So thanks so much. Top Tribe, I love giving away free money. I feel like Oprah giving away cars, and I have something special for you today. How many of you have heard our super sharp guests talk about success they've had with Facebook and Google Ads? Well, all of you listening right now, yes, if you're listening, you get $100 in free AdWords. Here's how you get it, okay? Again, thanks for listening. Get the free $100 from Google, right, when you sign up with my website host provider, HostGator. Go sign up now to get your free money. HostGator.com/Nathan. Again, that's HostGator.com/Nathan. So guys, I'm so glad to be back in Austin. I just got back from a major tour of Southeast Asia. Went to Sydney, Bangkok, Bali, and Japan. And, you know, I always get sick when I travel. And this particular trip, my gosh, 15 different airports, 20 different hotels. I mean, imagine flushing in airport bathrooms. I was worried about germs and getting all the nutrition I need. I mean, finding a restaurant in Japan, difficult because nothing's in English. So it's hard enough to figure out the train system. But my point is, I had a guy named Drew Canoli on the show who said, Nathan, if you're concerned about that, take these little green packets with you. You just mix them once per day with water. They'll keep you super healthy. You get all your nutrients, and they'll keep you from getting sick. So I took them, and guys, they worked unbelievably well. I got no sickness, just mixed them with water once per day. They didn't make my water bottles all sticky. That's like nice. A lot of these mixers, they make them sticky. It was very clean and smooth. Took them once per day, never got sick. So they've got 11 superfoods, and they're perfect if you're not traveling, but you're just on the go from your office to work. So you can check them out at nathanlatka.com/juice. That's nathanlatka.com/juice.